Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm going to give the virtual introduction. I have started the recording, so everybody is being recorded at this time. All right, so all participants attending the meeting virtually are asked to keep their microphones on mute throughout the meeting. Commissioners, division staff, respondents, and attorneys participating by camera should remember to unmute themselves before speaking. All participants should state their name before speaking to ensure a clear and accurate record. Be patient when waiting for a participant to respond, allowing time for them to unmute their microphones or in case there is a delay with the audio. Participants should speak one at a time to ensure a clear record on the recording and for the purpose of preparing meeting minutes. Members of the public will be allowed to participate during the agenda items regarding public comment at the beginning of the commission meeting and before the meeting ends. Anyone participating by phone who would like to provide public comment should press *5 to raise their hand and be recognized by the hosting staff, or press *6 and unmute yourself and state your name. Anyone attending by video can click the raise hand emoji to be recognized by hosting staff or unmute themselves and state their name. If anyone has questions, issues, or concerns during the meeting, please email the Commission Coordinator, Maria Gallo. Her contact information is listed on the meeting agenda. The agenda and all supporting documents can be found on the Division's website. Thank you.
Okay, I think we're ready to get started. Now's the time and place for the meeting of the Nevada Commissioners of Appraisals of Real Estate. Today is July 14th. And we will start with an introduction of the commissioners in attendance. So Commissioner Kruger, as this is your 6th year, I think your intro is pretty well baked, but why don't you share a little bit about yourself? Oh, he's on mute. 6 years. Can't figure out that mute's there.
It's been a while since we've been remote like this. I apologize.
You're fine.
So yes, good morning. It's Scott Kruger. This is towards the end of my 6th year on this commission. I'm a certified general appraiser. I've been appraising since 1989 after graduating from Arizona State University. Appraise a wide range of commercial property types based here in Las Vegas. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Commissioner Kruger. Commissioner Lowe, would you like to do an introduction?
Good morning. I am Kristen Lowe. I am pretty new to the commission, my 1st year. So still learning, but grateful for the opportunity. I'm residential appraiser. I am an SRA AIRRS with Appraisal Institute. I've been appraising almost 20 years now, about 12 years here in Vegas. Prior, I was in Utah.
Commissioner Morris?
Yeah, I'm Dallin Morris. I've been appraising for about a decade now. I'm in Elko, Nevada. I'm a general certified appraiser. So I am definitely the youngest.
Right. If Commissioner Wright was here, Commissioner Morris, he would say you should be calling it lovely Elko.
It's debatable.
And I am Commissioner O'Brien. I am a certified residential appraiser. I am up in the north and handle the majority of rural properties here in the north. I do not go as far as Elko, but I am in the Reno area and cover a pretty wide stretch of the rural community. So that we have 4 commissioners in attendance, we have a quorum and we can proceed. Our next step will be introduction of the division staff.
Good morning, commissioners. Chair Sharat Chandra, Administrator for the Real Estate Division. We've got Charvis Boger, Chief Bruce, Rebecca Bruce, Jim Silva, Barry Chappell from the appraisal section. We also got Therese Bates, Maria Gallo, Amy Reverend, the administration section. We also have, I see Crystal Keegan on there. And then from the AG's office, I believe Phil Sue and Bill Pepper should be there. And also I see Crystal Keegan from the division. Attorney Keegan. And I think I got everyone, sir. Thank you.
All right, so as we move into public comment, members.
And can we get sorry, Commissioner Bryan, can we get an appearance from your commission counsel, please?
Stephanie Aiken Goodman. Good morning.
Good morning.
My apologies. Good morning. All right. Item number 2 on the agenda is the public comment. Members of the public are encouraged to address the commission regarding any matter. However, no action may be taken on a matter. No comments may be made regarding a matter that is or may be the subject of a formal complaint before the commission. Comment may not be limited based on viewpoint. Persons who desire to submit written testimony should submit it to the commission coordinator. Anyone participating over the phone that wishes to provide public comment should press *5 on your phone to raise your hand, and hosting staff will recognize you that you would like to give public comment, or you can press *6 to unmute yourself and state your name. If you're attending by video, which I think most of us are today, click on the raise hand emoji to indicate you would like to give public comment, and hosting staff will recognize you, or you can unmute yourself and state your name. Public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person at the discretion of the president. So since we are a virtual meeting for the most part today, I would ask commission staff to see if there are or is public comment for any of our virtual attendees.
All right. Do we have anyone attending virtually who is interested in providing public comment at this time? You can click the raise hand emoji at the top of the screen. And I am not recognizing anybody who wants to give public comment online. Looks like we have somebody in the Nevada room. Is there anybody there who is interested in giving public comment? And I don't see that anyone's coming forward there.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to commission and division business. Let's start with the discussion regarding the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sharat Chandra, Administrator for the Real Estate Division. Going to keep it simple. We've got our technology project. It's ongoing. We are progressing steadily. I think the time frame is August. More realistically, probably December. We should have something in, and then we'll kind of roll it out as the timing allows us to. We are in the middle of budget development and prep for our upcoming legislative session. Our process starts pretty early. No real changes. The only big push again this year is this session is to move the division self-funded. I think that allows for more flexibility for us, even from the appraisal perspective for real estate and all the other pieces that we do that are general funded. So we're moving forward with that proposal. And I think staffing wise, I think we're looking good in the appraisal section. We've made some changes. We've kind of moved appraisal under the real estate wing. So Chief Bruce came up through appraisal, so she's got that. And then we've got Barry, and then we've got James. And so we've got a little more of a kind of a bigger unit now, and they're all working together. So I think that's positive for us. There have been some changes on the federal side. I believe there have been a lot of changes as far as our the folks that we report to, and there's been some turnover there. So we still don't know who our primary contacts are, and so I'll let Rebecca speak to that later on when she's doing her section. But anyway, so we're looking to try to nail down who their folks are for us to coordinate with. But other than that, the only other thing is I want to take this opportunity to again thank both Commissioner Tim O'Brien and Scott Kruger. I think it's been an unbelievable 6 years with the both of you at the Appraisal Commission. I think when you folks came in, we were again going through a transition. We kind of had a turnover, and so your leadership was imperative to get us up to speed. I know Commissioner O'Brien, we've worked on different things in the past, and I believe also in the future we're kind of reaching out for your expertise. Commissioner Kruger, again, always a pleasure, professional, just very articulate, and the way you've kind of carried yourself in the commission, it's really remarkable. And I think the amount of time and energy you folks have poured into the commission is much appreciated. I know we don't always agree on things, but I think that's whole purpose of this. We have a discussion and we kind of try to understand different perspectives. And thank you for bringing up a lot of the topics at the commission, because this is a way to reach out directly to the licensees and the public to show the commission's work. And so we are very grateful and thankful for all that you've done for us. And we look forward to continuing our relationship and working with you folks in whatever capacity. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's see, we are now going to be on the second point here. Sorry, I just closed my browser for just a second. So is that disciplinary report? Can someone just keep me on this?
It is.
All right, why don't we
Yes.
start there and I will get my thing pulled back up. Thanks.
Sounds great. Good morning, everyone. Sharice Bates, Administration Section Manager for the Real Estate Division. So commissioners and members of the public, in your packet you have the most updated disciplinary report. It was last updated June 25th. As a reminder, any changes that have been made, which essentially would be any payments, completed education ordered by the commission since the last meeting, are highlighted in yellow. Anyone who has since completed any of their ordered discipline is now grayed out. So we do have one gentleman who's completed his discipline, but otherwise it's been very steady in terms of payments being received from your orders. So that's all I have to report. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Great. Just for Commissioner Morris and Commissioner Lowe, get yourself a good pair of reading glasses. Get smaller every week. Or maybe it's just my bad eyes. All right. Section C, discussion regarding Chief Compliance Investigator report on compliance caseload.
Good morning, Commission. Rebecca Bruce for the division. In your meeting packet, you do have the fiscal year 2026 appraisal report. So far, the numbers that you see are through the entire fiscal year for 2026. We currently have 17 active investigative cases. Of those 17 cases, we currently have 6 investigations that have exceeded the 365-day mark. One of those matters was scheduled to be on the agenda today. However, as you know, that was continued to the next meeting. The remaining cases have all had their standard 3 reviews completed and are pending the final investigator findings. So we may have additional cases the next meeting that is yet to be determined. Overall, does anybody have any questions about the caseload or investigative side of things? Okay, and I just want to remind everyone that the division is still seeking candidates and recommendations for the current and upcoming vacancies for the Commission of Real Estate Appraisers. If the current commissioners have any recommendations or if a licensee is interested in applying, please reach out to the division's appraisal section for more information. Other than that, that's all I've got for you guys.
Quick question. What are we looking for from a geography standpoint? I know we have Commissioner Morris replacing Commissioner Kruger on the commercial side. Do you need another commercial appraiser? And then kind of give us an overview of what you've got and what you need.
I believe the license designations are fulfilled, so we are good there. I think we are just looking right now for Northern Washoe County specifically. So once we get that, then yeah, I think we will be all set.
All right, great. Any questions, commissioners? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item D for possible action, discussion and possible action to approve the minutes of the April 21st, 2026 meeting. Have the commissioners had an opportunity to review the minutes?
I have.
I have.
All right, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Section E, discussion regarding the residential appraisal technology modernization, including UAD 3.6 and the redesigned uniform residential appraiser report. I asked to put this agenda item on just so it can be carried forward as Commissioner Kruger and I leave office. The appraiser world is adapting and growing. We are seeing a pretty significant change from a standard fill in the blanks form to a much more dynamic form. That is the UAD 3.6. And there are some classes about that. I believe there will be some in Vegas in person too around one of the events in September. But what was going to be happening is we're going to see appraisers doing a lot more data collection and other items in the field. And if it all works right, much more data presented on site to the lender and being able to utilize that information in a much deeper way than the current items. The reason I'm putting this up primarily is one, this has become a very hot topic in the industry right now. And it's also not unreasonable to think that in a given day, Mr. Silva might have to look at a 3.6 report, a 2.6 report, a narrative report, and some other type of restricted report that could exist. So we're going to go through a few bumps with this process, but I encourage all people that have the ability to sit into one of these classes and understanding what's happening on the front end to be fully educated, but also to stay in contact with folks that are in the middle or end. This is rolling out in a very non-rural, let's just say very urban spin right now, because that's where the density of homes are that are being used. This will be very challenging for someone like me who works in an area with no cell phones and other items a lot of the time, but I do think it is important as a commission and division business to keep this as a perpetual item on the agenda for the next couple of meetings. Hopefully it will go smoothly, but there are many different ways it's being implemented and deployed, which could cause both questions to the division and staff, but also just how complaints are now measured and utilized. So, Commissioner Lowe, I know you're in the residential side. Anything I missed or what you would like to add?
Well, I personally have not yet done an actual 3.6. I've done reports with my software and stuff, but I think the biggest problem is, you know, this is mandatory in November and lenders aren't really requesting them yet. So appraisers aren't getting the experience that we need to actually learn the form, because it really is a hands-on learning experience. You can go to the classes and definitely get the background and everything, but until you actually start doing them, I think it's so I'm worried, because come, you know, September, October, when people finally start using this, it's going to be like a crash course for everybody to convert over to the new form. I've heard a lot of rumors of people saying they're not going to do work that requires the new form. A lot of people saying they're going to retire. So it'll be interesting to see what actually flushes out when this is mandatory.
And the one thing I'd like to maybe add to Commissioner Lowe's statement, this is mandatory if you're selling to Fannie and Freddie.
Yes.
So again, you could have, let's just say, a large national bank on the street and a credit union on the other side of the street appraising the same property, and the scope of work could be significantly different. So this is where it's mostly going to be challenging. First mortgage is first mortgage, but home equity, VA, FHA, we don't know if any of those are going to convert and or when. And then at the same time, too, those of us who do narrative appraisal reports probably won't change at all because we don't use forms for a lot of the assignments we're involved with. But I can speak for Commissioner Kruger and myself to say, you guys have this, take it and have fun with it. But it will be a change, but we will survive as every other change that goes there. So.
Right. On the VA, the word from the VA is that they are going to let the appraisers choose if they want to do 2.6 or 3.6 or the legacy forms. If you are new to the panel, you do not get the choice. You're going to be a 3.6 appraiser for VA. So they're transitioning, giving appraisers some leeway for the time being. I'm sure until everybody gets this all figured out, and then I would bet they'll convert to 3.6 for everyone.
So Commissioner Lowe, if you have the opportunity, maybe some guests could come into the commission here at the end of 26 and 27 to provide feedback to the staff and the division folks. But one of these things where I completely agree with your point that you have to actually start using it and doing live work. And I've talked to some folks on the lender side as well. They're kind of in the same boat. It's like, well, we're not ready. We haven't even started technology changes and others. And then there are other lenders that have been starting to package up 100 and 200 loans to test their system. So it will be an interesting couple of months. Please go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. I can't remember exactly what I was going to say now. Sorry. Never mind. It
All right.
disappeared.
Perfect. Well, anything from you, Commissioner Morris, Commissioner Kruger? You guys want to run and be residential appraisers for a bit?
Nothing to add.
I have just kind of two side things to add. Commissioner Lowe talked about how there are quite a few appraisers who are probably going to retire and are saying they're not going to attempt to change over. I don't know if you guys got the Working Real Estate magazine that comes with our insurance that showed that over 60% of appraisers are over the age of 60. And so a couple things that I've noticed. One, I wanted to ask administration when the website will be updated with the current requirements for becoming an appraiser. I know those were passed last session, but I submitted a trainee application in between then, and I know that the staff who's dealing with it were unaware of any of those changes. And so that is going to put a damper on people coming into the profession. So I wanted to ask about that whenever administration has a minute to speak on that. As well as I know Commissioner Lowe last time spoke about PREA and maybe looking into it and considering it. I would also like to put that on the agenda for some time in the future, because I think that is, the states around us are doing it. And I know that we may not like PREA or think it's that great, but I'd rather have the citizens of Nevada able to come in and do residential appraisal and replace those who are probably phasing out of the industry, rather than letting people from other states come across and reciprocate their license easily. So those are some items that I'd like to discuss either today or sometime in the future that kind of go along with this.
So as it's not a specific agenda item, I encourage Commissioner Morris to put things such as PREA on future agendas. I also would, and I've had a good working relationship with the administration here, is newsletters, magazines, whatever it is, shoot over a copy to the folks on staff so they can see what's happening. They all don't, we all get our flags from different clients, everything else that goes through there, but I found it very helpful over the last 6 years that if you could provide background material, it's always helpful to keep the discussion lively and moving forward. All right. Any other items that we want to discuss, commissioners, on point E? I don't know about you, Commissioner Kerr. I'm getting tired. We should probably wrap this thing up. So our last item is item F here for possible action, the discussion, nomination, and election of officers for fiscal year 2027 pursuant to NAC 645C-200. We have someone on mute, or who is owning this one?
Sharice, can you walk the commission through the process? Because right now, I mean, since Commissioner O'Brien and Commissioner Kruger are stepping down, I know we will fill that third vacancy. Hopefully it's in front of the governor this week or next week or something. So potentially we'll fill that one Clark County position. So we'll have a quorum for the next meeting. And then hopefully between now and then, we'll get a couple of nominations from the Washoe area. Like Rebecca said, we're open residential or otherwise, since all the requirements have been filled, we're pretty open. And so we'll get those in, but for now, I think we'll just get the two commissioners to share the responsibility, and then whoever the third person is, I guess we'll default into that third designation, and then when we get the other folks, we'll kind of circle back with all of that, if that makes sense.
Yes, so essentially we have the president and vice president on the table as vacant positions for officers. So between Commissioner Morris and Commissioner Lowe, you can rock, paper, scissors, or you can decide to nominate one or the other for a position, and then you guys can all vote. Oh, is that not it? I just learned that, by the way. That's not it.
So we'd
I
be
like the
looking
rock,
at
paper, scissors,
electing
shoot.
those two positions, and then both would effectively share the third position of secretary until that can be filled by another incoming commissioner.
That's actually a really good question. I'm not, Stephanie, maybe you can jump in here. Between now and the next meeting, I don't know, Sharice, the secretary position, is that something that looks for continuances and those things, right? And I don't anticipate anything till the next meeting, or do we need to have someone carry that position until we get the third member on the board?
I believe this question was for me. Can you just restate it one more time, please?
So Stephanie, I think right now we only have two commissioners on the appraisal commission, Commissioner Morris and Commissioner Christine Lowe. We will get a third member before the next meeting, but right now we're electing officers. And so we have president, chair, vice chair, and secretary. And so between the two of them, would the secretary position get shared, or one of them takes on dual duties until the next meeting?
Stephanie Goodman, for the record, no, I have not heard of sharing a position. So I believe you would need to have one member at a time hold that position, which would, require the vote and all, the way Sharice had explained.
So can a commissioner hold two positions?
No, I have not seen that. No.
Okay, I think the best thing for now, Commissioner, we'll get further clarification. For now, we'll just do the chair and vice chair, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Sounds good.
All right, so then as we move to topic number 4 for possible action, discussion and decision on date, time, place, and agenda items for upcoming meetings, including setting the meeting calendar for 2027. Do we have someone muted, or am I just not hearing?
I believe Commissioner O'Brien, let's just try to get a vote on the chair and vice chair, and then we'll go on to the next one.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't know we were voting per se, and I didn't know if Commissioner Kruger and I should disqualify ourselves simply because we're not on the commission moving forward. But if we want to do a vote, I'm certainly welcome if we have a motion.
And Commissioner O'Brien, technically you folks are still on, you commission, I think you're still in that role till I believe next month or the month after. And so in case we have an emergency meeting, you folks are still on the commission. So you're fully entitled to make a nomination and take votes.
Okay. So before we get to nominations, my personal thought in the initial meetings we've had with Commissioners Morris and Lowe is that both are equally qualified, and I think will do a great job serving in each one of these positions. But I would like to ask each of you to find out if one has more of a desire over the other to serve as president next year. And please don't tell me that neither one of you want to serve as president.
I'm willing to serve anywhere, so.
Good answer. Good answer. No, I'll do either one as well. So.
And I would nominate Commissioner Lowe as president.
We have a second? We have a second on the motion?
I'll second that motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Kruger, my fault. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, Commissioner Lowe, congratulations. Commissioner Morris, we have one other spot available. So do we have a motion for, I'll do this one. I move to have Commissioner Morris serve as Vice President of the Commission for 2027. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Great. Now, in a Game of Thrones type way, Commissioner Morris, you've got some angles you can work, but talk about those separately. All right, so we have that too, and then to be determined will be the secretary role as a new commissioner comes in, correct? We just leave that as vacant for now, or would the
Yes.
staff prefer one of us on there until August?
Commissioner O'Brien, that's actually a great suggestion. Can one of you be on there till your term expires? And that way, in case something comes through, we should be good.
I motion that Commissioner Kruger serve as secretary until the following nomination can be found.
Touche.
That was quick thinking. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Uh-oh, we only had 2 ayes. Do we need one more?
Aye.
I
Can I vote for myself?
Sure you can.
Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. We have a 6-year-old meltdown in the back of the house here. Love summer break. So, all right. So our officers moving forward, President Kristen Lowe, Vice President Dalen Morris, Secretary Scott Kruger, and there's no chair for me. So, all right. Now I think we can move to number 4, unless anybody else has any other comments. So that will be for possible action, discussion, and decision on date, time, place, and agenda meeting for upcoming meetings, including setting the meeting calendar for 2027.
Good morning again, Sharice Bates, Administration Section Manager for the division. So for Commissioner Morris and Lowe, I don't know if you are wanting to stick with the same schedule. Essentially, we, for this current year, did the second Tuesday to Thursday of January, April, July, and October. So that would be my proposal, would be to continue with those dates. So if you have your calendars in front of you, we can go through them and just make sure that would work for you. So for January, that would be January 12th through the 14th.
That works.
Does that work for you, Commissioner Lowe?
yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay, and then we'll move to April.
Works for me as well.
Oh, see, excellent. Look at those dates. That's the 13th through the 15th.
Okay, I will probably be gone on the 13th and 14th. That's the ACTS NAA conference, so I won't be here. We could do the week before or the week after.
Commissioner
Either-
Morris, do you have dates on?
Either of those work for me. So.
Okay,
Do week before,
we can do the week before, so April 6th through the 8th?
that works.
Okay. Okay, then we'll move to July. So it would be the 13th through the 15th.
That's fine with me.
It also works.
And we'll end in October, which would be the 12th through the 14th.
That should be fine.
Should work.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, so just to recap, for January, we have the 12th through the 14th. For April, the 6th through the 8th. July, 13th through the 15th. And October, 12th through the 14th. Okay. Excellent. So be it, approved. Okay, thank you.
All right, before we go into our final public comment period, I wanted to allow Commissioner Kruger if he had any closing thoughts in the meeting for anyone, and then I'll go myself, and then we'll move to public comment.
Thank you, President O'Brien. Yeah, since this is my last meeting of my term serving on this commission, I want to take this opportunity to express how much of an honor and privilege it's been to serve and to work with the entire appraisal division staff. Long before I ever thought about getting on this commission, I had what I thought was an adequate understanding, appreciation, and respect for everything that the division does for this profession and upholding its integrity. During these past 6 years, I've gained even a greater understanding. Mr. Chandra, Mr. Foger, your entire staff have been such a pleasure to work with. You've made our jobs as commissioners much easier. I really appreciate all of your hard work and dedication. Also to my fellow commissioners, I've been fortunate enough to have served alongside many other commissioners, particularly President O'Brien for my entire 6 years. We were appointed at the same time, and your thoughtful, thorough consideration with every item that has come before us has been impressive, and it's made my job much easier. I can't say enough about every commissioner I've served with, including you, sir. And I want to say that our newest commissioners here, I'm very confident in both of you in moving forward and continuing the great work of this commission and working with division staff. Once again, what an honor and privilege, and I wish everybody the best of luck, and hopefully we can continue to work somewhat together and share thoughts and move forward. So thank you.
Great, thanks, Commissioner Kruger. I'll just echo a lot of the same items that Commissioner Kruger had identified. It's been a great level of service that I've received as a commissioner from the staff, the investigator, everyone throughout the process. I don't know that we had many meetings go over 2 hours in our 6 hour or my 6 year standing, but everyone has been very well prepared, been able to assist both in understanding our questions that we ask, but also supporting the commission. We have, I know that Ms. Keegan is on the call as well too. She has been very well prepared. Mr. Keegan before her did an excellent job in the role. Mr. Sue, everything has been very easy to absorb in the process. Wow, if you haven't heard that scream, hold on 1 second. Oh, 6 years is a fun year. Maybe we'll stay on 3 hours. My little girl can just scream herself to sleep. Sorry about that. No, that everyone has been prepared. able to help us, allow us to explain our concerns or our interpretation of USPAP, the laws, the things that we've seen. I'm personally very proud that just as us as a community here, we did not have very many quote unquote quality issues brought to the commission. We had individuals that either did not want to attend the commission for a complaint. We had a couple of folks that didn't understand the process, but in the most part, I think the system is working very well. And we see that with the caseload of disciplinary items and just how thorough they can be and be done in a timely fashion. So overall, my thanks again to Mr. Silva as well and everyone on the call here. It's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of our meetings have been very quick, which is both, I guess, a good thing and a bad thing. I also want to take a moment just to thank personally Commissioner Kruger. When I had my medical emergency last year, he kicked down the door of the emergency room and basically started throwing doctors and nurses around to get me into the hospital there in Vegas. So overall, it's been just a great opportunity. As USPAP instructor, I'm always here to help. If people want to drop an email, a call, we will still be around. But we wish the commissioners the best of luck, and as well as the new commissioners that here, utilize your resources on staff that are available to you, and always ask the question of, is what we're deciding best for the people of our state and the public trust versus other elements that could be, is this best for XYZ, but may actually hurt the public trust in our great state. So overall, I just want to thank everyone. It's been an exciting 6 years. As you can see, I've got my December job coming up soon. I've got Mr. Claus and I will be delivering presents in December, but it's overall been just a great time, and I want to thank everybody for everything they've committed to. So, not seeing anything else on the agenda, we will do public comment one more time. Members of the public are encouraged to address the commission regarding any matter. However, no action may be taken on a matter. No comments may be made regarding a matter that is or may be the subject of a formal complaint before the commission. Comment may not be limited based on viewpoint. Persons who desire to submit written testimony should submit it to the commission coordinator. Anyone participating over the phone that wishes to provide public comment should press *5 on your phone to raise your hand, and hosting staff will recognize that you would like to give public comment. Or you can press *6 to unmute yourself and state your name. If you are attending by video, click on the raise hand emoji to indicate you would like to give public comment, and hosting staff will recognize you, or you can unmute yourself and state your name. Public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person at the discretion of the president. So I will now turn over to our virtual host to see if we have any public comments.
Yes, if there is anyone attending that is wishing to provide any public comment at this time, please click the raise hand emoji at the top of your screen. And I am not recognizing anybody with their hand up. Yeah, we're good.
Did we have someone a person at Nevada as well, or the Nevada room as well?
We do. I do. Go ahead, Maria. No, it does not look like they're coming forward for any comment.
Okay. Commissioner Kruger, would you like to give us our final motion for adjournment?
With
Kruger
pleasure.
would like to say. I was going to say he wants to stay for a while. He must have a tough assignment he's working on.
With pleasure. I move that we adjourn the meeting.
I will second you, Commissioner Kruger. We all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. And to our newest commissioners, good luck. And, continue to serve the people of this great state. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.